Hi there, this is Alvin, and welcome to the Kickstart Commerce podcast, where we share search marketing and domain name investing strategies to help grow your business. In today's episode, I'll recap and discuss the 9 domain predictions I made for 2019. At the time of this recording, we have about 2 weeks remaining in the year, so some of these predictions would change, although I doubt that that'll happen. Why? Well, it's just too late in the year. So, batter up number 1. First prediction was Google's .app swells to over 550,000 registrations by year end. At the time that I made that prediction, there were just over, I think, 350,000 close to year end at 2018. So the results are in, and I actually nailed this prediction. Just by a little bit too. So at the time of this recording, there are exactly 553,134 .app domains registered. So per ntldStats.com, app registrations, let's see here, they were over 350,000 in January of 2019 before rising to roughly about 446,000 in mid-July, then dropping about 40 to 50,000 registrations before taking a rocket ship ride here over the last month or so, adding nearly 175,000 registrations. So that is, I'm coming out of the gate looking pretty good. Who knows where their .app registrations will head in 2020. Albeit it does seem to be promising. I mean, after all, it is Google. They are supporting it. So likely is the case that it'll continue to grow, but we'll just have to see over time. So next up was prediction number 2. NamesCon. The NamesCon right of the live auction nets $2 million in sales. So in 2018, this same auction netted just over $1 million. So the results are in, and I nailed it. So per online.com, onlinedomain.com rather, sorry about that. Per one of their blog posts, the 2018 NamesCon right of the live auction netted just over $2.2 million. So 2 for 2 and moving right along. Speaking of NamesCon, the next prediction was that NamesCon selects Texas, Florida, or California as its new destination. So having been held in Las Vegas for a number of years, NamesCon was due for a refresh of venue, whether it stayed in Las Vegas or not. And the results are in. I'm 3 for 3. So NamesCon 2020 is making my backyard, Austin, Texas, its new home. So I'm actually looking forward to it. Having it here in Austin, having it here in such a music-centric, tech-centric city that many are quite familiar with. So I look forward to seeing many of you, meeting many of you, and reconnecting with, a lot of you. So 3 for 3, NamesCon coming to Austin, Texas. And speaking of NamesCon, going to keep this thing rolling right along. Prediction number 4 was that NamesCon reduces ticket pricing by 20% for 2020. And the results are in for this, and I actually nailed this. Fortunately, I kept good notes from the 2019 show, which was listed at non-discount pricing of almost $1,350, so a little over $1,300. And in terms of reduced pricing of 20% means that NamesCon for 2020, it should have been somewhere around about $1,000, $1,080, something like that. That being said, the non-discounted pricing for NamesCon 2020 is listed at $999. So 4 for 4, and I'm heating up in this thing. So let's get right to it. The next prediction was that there would be 5 7-figure.com domain sales reported by DN Journal's year-to-date chart of sales. So last year there were only 2 that I recall at the time of that recording, which were ice.com at $3.5 million and super.com at $1.2 million. And so the results are in, and just when I thought I was getting on a roll, I missed this prediction. So at the time of this recording right now, DN Journal lists only 5 7-figure sales, and those sales are voice.com at $30 million, california.com at $3 million, EKO.com at $1.5 million, TM.com at $1.25 million, and RX.com at $1 million. Now, I did look below that $1 million mark, and if only nursing.com and OL.com, respectively selling at $950,000 and $900,000, if they could have squeezed out another $250,000, I'd be 5 for 5 right now. But I guess that's a coulda, woulda, shoulda. They didn't. So here I sit, 4 out of 5. Let's roll on with the next prediction. And so next up was that there would be 3 non.com GTLD sales of $750K reported by DN Journal's year-to-date chart sale. So in 2018, delivered the following sales: online.casino at $510,000, vacation.rentals at $500,000, and home.loans at $500K. And the results are in. Crickets. Texas-sized crickets. The only non.com domains listed on DN Journal are, let's see here, free.games at $335,000, business.club at just under $61,000. Those are only 2 sales I see, which says a lot about the general state of the non.com GTLD market. So 4 out of 6. Let's hope that things can get turned around here in the next few predictions. So next up was a bit of a, this was a bit of a vague prediction, but nevertheless, it is a prediction, which is that over-leveraged domain investors would forfeit undervalued domains due to non-renewals. Now, again, one could argue that this prediction happens every day. And rightfully so, they're right, as well as there will be opposition fighting for and or against that. But based on my experience in the expired domain auctions via GoDaddy, more and more names are actually fetching closing bids of hundreds of dollars more than in previous years. But I will say this about the prediction. I missed this prediction because I was solely basing this statement on a recession that's yet to happen. So here I sit, 4 out of 7. Let's keep this thing moving. The next prediction was that crypto and blockchain related domains would make a rebound. And the results are in. And I'm 4 out of 8. And Houston, we've got a problem here. I've gone cold. I came out the gates pretty hot, and now I am stone cold. Not Steve Austin, but I live in Austin. So the only sale I see here on DN Journal year to date is cryptoinsurance.com at $70K, and looks to be, that was sold within the last 2 months. So that was sold sometime in October 2019. Well, not much to say here, so I guess let's get on with this next and final prediction. So let's see here. The last and final prediction was that DASD.com and Rick Schwartz start respective video series. So when I said DSAD, I was actually referencing specifically Shane Coltra from the team, but I gave it to DSAD because they partner. They partner to, produce the content that they produce over there, as well as invest together. But the results are in, and I was really hoping that DSAD was going to start a podcast or maybe a video series. Shane had made a few posts about toying with the idea of doing his own podcast or video series with the guys. But hey, I get it. Shane, I mean, hey, he's a busy guy, a family man. He operates a nursery, into running, domaining, blogging. He's definitely a regular face there on Domain Sherpa. So there's only so many hours to a day. So Shane, man, you let me down. But hey, I understand. Busy guy, you do contribute to the domain industry in a very meaningful way. And so, but as for old Rick Schwartz, hey, he blazed a path when it comes to video in 2019. So at this point, Rick has put out, a couple of 100 videos. I mean, I think at one point in the year, Rick was delivering something like 2 to 3 videos daily, posting them to his Twitter account. And so at the time of this recording, he's supposedly working on a YouTube channel and posting videos to rick.tv. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Rick.tv, not .com. Yep. Mr. .com himself is using a .tv domain for his video series. Hey, but I look at it like this. Because it's a video series, .tv actually makes complete sense here. And so that being said, hey, Rick was a video posting machine this year, and he definitely made up for Shane, myself, and any and everyone else. And because of this, hey, I'm rounding up and calling this 5 of 9 predictions nailed. And so that's the recap of the 9 predictions that I made for 2019. I'm 5 of 9. That's 56%. So I did better than what I did in 2018, which was 20%. So it's not perfect, nor am I, but I am progressing, as I hope that you are too in your domain investing strategy. So I'll go on the record here in a couple of weeks with 2020 predictions. So definitely stay tuned. And with that, we're out of time. So thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Kickstart Commerce, where we share search marketing and domain strategies to help grow your business. Please subscribe to this podcast via iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or Podbean. Last but not least, please visit kickstartcommerce.com to subscribe to the weekly newsletter sharing tips and tricks about the disciplines of digital strategy. So thanks, and that's all for now.